The Philadelphia Eagles are making moves again, and this time it's about speed. You blink and he's gone. That's how fast this wide receiver is. But can he really find a place in this crowded Eagles roster? Let's break it all down. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you love NFL updates like this, and don't forget to leave a comment, because we want to hear from you. Now let's dive in. The Eagles just re-signed wide receiver Ife Adeyi, and while the move might seem minor on the surface, it signals a larger pattern we're seeing with this franchise. They're not done building, not done experimenting, and certainly not done chasing raw athleticism. Let's rewind the story for a second. Back in early June, Ife Adeyi signed with the Eagles shortly after the 2025 NFL Draft. A name not many outside of hardcore draft junkies would recognize. Adeyi came out of Sam Houston with eye-popping athletic traits. We're talking a reported 4.28 unofficial 40-yard dash, a 40.5-inch vertical leap, and a blazing 4.14 short shuttle. This kid doesn't just move, he explodes. But just as quickly as he arrived, he was gone. On June 6th, the Eagles waived Adeyi after claiming running back Keilan Robinson, a move that barely made headlines. For most players, that would be the end of the road. But for Adeyi, it wasn't. Fast forward to now, late July. Training camps are underway. Roster spots are wide open for guys hungry enough and fast enough to snatch them. And just like that, the Eagles bring Adeyi back on a one-year deal. Now let's talk about what this means. This isn't just about a guy with speed getting a second chance. This is about a team always looking for hidden value. In a league where inches can make the difference between winning and losing. A receiver who runs a sub 4.4 and can stretch the field vertically or be used in gadget packages. That's gold. Let's talk about what Adeyi brings to the table. In 2024, he hauled in 30 catches for 271 yards and 1 touchdown at Sam Houston. Not the flashiest stats, but the tape tells a different story. He's a burner, a guy who can flip the field in seconds. And while the Eagles don't need him to be their WR1 or WR2, the potential is there for a special teams role or even a development spot on the practice squad. Now here's what makes this signing even more intriguing. The Eagles' current wide receiver room is deep. You've got established stars. You've got promising young guys. So why bring in Adeyi? It all comes back to one word: competition. Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman have shown time and time again they love competition. It sharpens the roster. It brings out the best. If you're not producing, there's a guy right behind you, ready to take your reps. Adeyi fits that mold. No guarantees, no promises. Just an opportunity. And let's not forget how often undrafted free agents have carved out meaningful careers in the NFL. Think of guys like Wes Welker, Victor Cruz, or more recently, Jacoby Myers. All undrafted, all overlooked, all made a splash. Could Adeyi be next? That's still a long shot. But if there's one thing you can't coach, it's speed. And that's where Adeyi stands out. He could end up on the practice squad. He could be a return man, maybe even a secret weapon in a preseason game. But more than anything, he represents the kind of relentless mindset that teams love to bring into camp. Someone hungry, with a chip on his shoulder, ready to prove the world wrong. Now, let's zoom out for a moment. This move is part of a bigger strategy. The Eagles aren't just preparing for Week 1. They're preparing for the long haul. Injuries happen. Depth gets tested. And when that happens, it's the guys who are grinding in the heat of training camp, fighting for every snap, who step up. That's why this signing matters. It may not lead to headlines. It may not make national sports shows, but it reflects how serious the Eagles are about competing at every level. Because here's the truth. The margins in the NFL are razor thin. Every year, some player you've never heard of becomes a game changer. And while most eyes are on stars and high draft picks, teams like the Eagles are busy turning over every stone, looking for the next hidden gem. And maybe, just maybe, Ife Adeyi is one of them. So what should fans watch for? If you're keeping an eye on the Eagles training camp, listen for reports about Adeyi in special teams drills. Watch the preseason games. See if he's getting any snaps in the slot, on jet sweeps, or in return situations. His path to the 53-man roster isn't through being the most polished receiver. It's about making explosive plays that coaches can't ignore. And if he does, it'll be one of those stories we all love. The underdog. The comeback. The guy who just wouldn't quit. What do you think? Can Ife Adeyi crack the Eagles roster this season? Is he just a camp body? Or could he shock everyone and become a name we are all talking about by mid-season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're pumped for the NFL season. And if you love content like this, raw, fast, and straight from the gridiron, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with a friend, and turn on that notification bell. This is just the beginning, folks. Football is back, and we've got tons of stories to follow. Until next time, stay locked in.